Hello everyone, my name is Peter and welcome to a recording of Better Balance. Today we're going to focus on working on strengthening the body along with helping our brain and then also really hitting our balance, and then feel free to always change up some of the exercises as needed. All of those accommodations and changes are definitely directed towards you. Try your best to go along with all of the exercises. If you need to make any changes to some exercises, feel free to do so. Okay, to start off, we're gonna just warm up those legs, warm up our upper body here. We're gonna start by just sitting down into the chair. We're gonna get the legs moving here real quick, okay? To start off with, we're just gonna go with some simple just toe lifts, rocking into heel lifts, okay? Always really thinking about sitting up with really good posture here, poking out our chest, shoulders back, and trying not to use the back of the chair. Three, two, and one. Good. All right. Once again, staying with those legs, we're just going to go with some simple leg kicks. One of the number one things about balance is making sure that our legs are nice and strong and warmed up. So having a very strong base is definitely going to help us being able to just stand up normally, standing on one leg, being able to move freely throughout the space that we're provided. So having this little bit of warm up is going to help us out in the long run throughout the exercises today. 3, 2, 1, and 1. Great job. All right, so feet are staying together here. We're just gonna go with our simple one-legged step outs. Once again, sitting up with really good posture, shoulders back, big chest up, not using the back of our chair. Only thing that really should be moving is our lower body. If we need to slightly move our upper body, that's okay as well. Try to challenge those hips just a little bit. 3, 2, 1, and 1. Great job. All right. Next one, we're just gonna bring our leg out, okay? Doesn't have to be off to the side, it can be straight out, but we're just gonna go with some ankle circles. Good, and then flipping that circle the other way. Making sure every single joint in our lower body is nice and awake and ready to move. Good. Bringing that leg in, switching over to the other leg, and ankle circles. And flip that circle the other way. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. So we're going to come forward in our chairs a little bit. Okay, so instead of our kicks, we're going to get our legs moving and our arms moving at the same time here. A lot of the balance exercises today, we're going to be moving our legs and then also moving one arm at a time. Okay, constantly using the chair as a little bit of a stabilizer, or if you have a bar within your home, feel free to use that as well. Okay. So we're just gonna bring our feet, they don't have to be completely together, but a little bit closer. And we're just gonna go with some simple marching, okay? Make sure we're moving opposite arm with opposite leg. You saw at the beginning I was moving at the same time with same sides. I don't want us to do that. Make sure that we're going opposites. Just like we're going for a normal walk. Always thinking about really good posture with that back, and not leaning into the back of the chair at all. 3, 2, 1, and 1. Good. All right, challenging the core here a little bit before we even get started, okay? We're gonna have our arms cross around our front, okay? So hands right on that shoulders. We're still gonna stay at the front of our chair, and we're just gonna focus on leaning back nice and far. I'll move my chair a little to the side so we can see that a little better. Tapping the back of the chair, coming up, leaning forward a little bit, going back, tapping, leaning forward. See how my feet are staying grounded right onto the floor? That's what I want us to do. That's going to engage our core a little bit more. Now, if I try rocking back and using the momentum to get me right back up, I'm taking a lot of that action away from my core and not challenging it the way I should be. Three, 2, and 1. Once again, whatever tempo works best with you, do that, okay? The slower you go on some things is gonna make it a lot harder, okay? All right, so now instead of just sitting here, moving our legs and our arms, we're gonna get up and we're gonna come right back down. So we're gonna do some sit to stands, okay? Trying our best not to push off of our chair at all, but I want us to really think about nose over toes, and then rocking back, coming into kind of the middle of our feet, into the balls of our feet, and pushing up through our legs. Once we get to the top, push our hips forward, okay? And standing up, and coming right back down, okay? Getting up nice and tall, holding it for a second or two, and then coming right back down. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to do one more just for us to stand up and go to the back of our chairs, okay? So we're going to stand up. Let's go to the back of our chairs. Okay, I'm just going to move the camera just a little bit. All right, so with these exercises, I want us to be kind of behind our chair. If you want to, we can also be at the side of the chair like this to give us a little more free range of motion on one side and then switching over to the other side when we switch ways for our body. But whichever works best for you for now, what I'm gonna do to help us out is I'm just gonna have the chair here and I'm gonna have this free space around here and I'll switch the chair around a little bit. Okay, just to start off, we're just gonna go with some simple standing and we're gonna close our eyes all at the same time, okay? So I want us to try to challenge ourselves, so don't hold on to the chair all the time. If we need to, we can hover over the top, and if we start swaying, then we can grab, or we can just do some simple taps, kind of keeping us in a simple line here, okay? Ready, set, close your eyes, and go. We're gonna go for a couple seconds here, around 20 to 23 seconds. Trying to hold this position. Feet should be shoulder width apart. Don't go super narrow, don't go super wide. Stay nice and stable, just like we're just normally standing. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax, grabbing onto that chair. Okay, so now we're gonna come to the back of the chair here, and we're gonna slightly hold on if we need to. I would like us to just have one hand on there. We're just gonna do some simple kickbacks. You'll see that my knee does not deviate forward too much when I kick back. I'm challenging my hamstrings while I'm also challenging my balance. Constantly really standing up, a very good posture, not leaning forward at all. Standing up nice and tall. Three, 2, 1, and 1. Good, very good. All right, for this next one, We're gonna continue with our standing a little bit more, and we're gonna go into our tandem stance. Okay. Once again, having our hand close to that table or close to the chair, and trying our best to just hold this position. When I say one eye closed, I want whichever eye that's closed just to close it for a couple seconds, and then we may switch to the other side and switch back. Okay. It's gonna challenge. Try to find one focal point somewhere in the room for you to look at with that one eye. It's going to help us balance a lot better. Once again, always finding that medium ground, so having the same amount of pressure in both legs. If we just have pressure in the front, it's more like we're doing a single leg balance exercise. If we have one in the back, same thing. Okay. Once again, trying to keep both legs with equal amounts of pressure. Okay. Ready, set, go. One eye closed. And switch eyes. Staying on that single focal point, find it right away. Switch eyes. Switch eyes. And last one for a switch, switch eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. All right. So now we're gonna switch our legs up. So now the other leg is forward, other one is back. All right, once again, finding that center, equal amounts of pressure on both legs, the front and the back. Standing up nice and tall, arms down to our sides. If we need to, have an arm go up to help us balance a little better. Okay, ready, set, one eye closed, and go. Find that focal point right away. This way we know we're standing in one spot, staying there. And switch eyes. And switch eyes. And switch. And switch. And last one here, switch one last time. Holding it for a couple seconds. Stay with it, doing really well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Okay, going back into that standing position. Okay, we're gonna bring one foot kind of into the center. I'm standing up on my right leg. For you, yes, it kind of looks like my right as well. So we're just gonna going with our abductions with our legs, but our opposite arm isn't just standing here, and we're not standing up like robots. We're gonna go with a little bit of a bicep curl. Okay, see how my upper body kind of slides over to the left? That's what I want us to do. It's because all of my weight seems like I'm going right to that single point in my leg, okay? So we feel like we're bending over one way a little bit more. Try to find that center just slightly, okay? Once again, staying with those bicep curls. If we want to, we can go in unison, or we can kind of just do our own little thing. If we start going off a little bit and they're not in unison, we're going to start losing our balance a little bit quicker. Okay, and switch. Okay, I'm going to move the chair quick. All right, standing up on that other leg, doing our abductions, or pushing our leg out nice and straight. And now our opposite arm is doing those curls. We can have our hand open or our hand closed, whichever one feels more comfortable for you. I have my hand open, but that's just personal preference. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, let's go back into our chairs. All right, so with this one, we're going to challenge our brain and also our balance here. So be ready to do a couple things at the same time. So by challenging our balance, we're just going to have two things touching the ground or having points of contact. Number one, our butt cheeks right onto the chair, and then we're just going to have one leg or one foot touching the ground at all times, okay? So that means we're just going to kick up, we're going to hold, but we're going to move that a little bit, and then we're also going to move our upper body. So we're just going to go in and out with our legs, okay? And then we're just Gonna lean over one way, try to lean as far as we can, moving that leg, coming back to center, and then moving our body over the other way. Think of us as nice, pretty ballerinas. Good, and relax. Kicking out that other leg, okay? Gonna hold this here, but instead of going side to side like that, all right, we're gonna go up and down with our leg, and we're gonna go with some simple marching here, okay? So our arms are doing the march, and our other leg is just going up and down, okay? Keeping the knee nice and straight. It's not a kick here. The knee is nice and locked in, and our leg is just going up and down. So you're gonna feel this in your hip a little bit. Make sure we're sitting up nice and straight the whole time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, so moving forward into our chairs, okay, we're gonna still have our legs nice and closed here, so knees together, feet together. We're gonna hug our bodies, okay, we're gonna move everything at the same time, okay? So our arms are gonna come way out to the side, okay, try not to hit anything that's near you, okay? Nice, make sure we're in a nice open spot. All right, and then pushing our feet out as well. Everything in, everything out. Everything in, everything out. Okay, very good, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and relax. Okay, so now I'm going to move this a little bit so we can see both my upper body and my lower body. You can hold me a little bit accountable. All right. So now with this exercise, remember that we did when we lean back, okay? That's what I want us to do, but I want our upper body to hover over the back, okay? So we're gonna hover, arms are crossed, legs nice and straight. We're gonna kick up. It's okay if we need to bend those knees a little bit just for us to touch the ground. Just make sure that we don't go too far forward into the chair or else it's gonna start tipping over, just like that. That's because I started using momentum to kick my legs up, keeping that whole body nice and stable up here and allowing just my legs to be the movers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right. So once again, we're going to actually just lean back into the chair. So the one time we can actually sit down with bad posture or just leaning back, still back is nice and straight. We're just going to lean back, okay? One leg's going to kick up, other one's going to come with, okay? We're going to transition at the top. See how my hands are on my hips? It's just to make sure that I know that my hips are staying nice and quiet and not moving a weird direction. You're going to feel this on the lower part of our core here. That's a main mover to help our lower body move and stay nice and stable. Kind of the upper core is to kind of keep everything up here a little bit more stable. All right, and relax. All right, last one to challenge our core here. We're gonna go across our body with our arms. We're gonna lean back and we're just gonna go side to side. I said lean back just so we can engage that core a little bit more. And we're constantly turning, okay? If our back starts hurting, just lean back and use the back of our chair to roll a little bit, okay? Still getting a lot of of contraction by spinning as much as we possibly can, but also challenging as well. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Good, and relax. All right, so now we're gonna do one more, sit to stand. So we're gonna stand up. This is our last kind of 5-6 minutes that we're gonna be up and doing some balance exercise. This is where our stepping comes in. All right, so stand up, coming to the back of our chairs, or even over by a countertop, whichever is more convenient for you, whichever one seems a little easier for us to access. All right, so standing nice and tall, we're gonna just move. We're gonna step forward, step back, okay? If we need to, we can stop in the middle and then step forward. Okay, once that starts getting a little easier, we'll go transition right into front and back stepping, okay? My hands are on my hips just to make sure they stay level the entire time. Three, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Good, let's switch over to the other side. So my right leg was the one that was moving, left leg was staying on the ground. Now opposites, right leg staying there, left one's doing a lot of the moving. Okay, finding that center, stepping forward, stepping back. Once again, if we need to, stopping in the middle, forward, middle, back, middle. But once we get good, we can go forward, skip the middle, and back. If you'll notice, my right leg, so the one that's not moving, a lot of times that toe and that heel is moving up and down. So what's happening is when my toe goes up, my back leg has all the weight. This one is just kind of counterbalance. And then when I start moving forward, all the weight goes into that, and then this one just moves freely. My heel comes up, all the weight's in this front one, just slide a little bit in this other one that's staying right there. Okay? So use our momentum to help us learn a little bit. 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Good. And relax. All right. So we're going to stay on this side. Okay. Let's burn it out right away, I guess. And we're going to stay on this right leg. So this left one is just going to come up. So it doesn't need to go way up in the air. I just want us to have our knee come up, give us I don't know, 6, 5, 4 inches off the ground. Okay. And we're just going to go cross taps. Okay. I want us to have a little bit of a twist in that upper body. Okay. The more we move, the more we challenge our balance. So if we want to go all the way looking over to the side and then all the way looking over there, that's only just going to make it harder and harder. You can even see that I'm wobbling a little bit when I start doing that. Regardless, it's still a hard exercise. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Good. And relax. Now flip it over to the other side. All right. So my left leg was up the whole time that time. Right leg, you're about to get just as much, okay? Right leg nice and high. Okay, not super high, but high enough. And we're gonna go, so instead of our side shoulder taps, okay, we're gonna go reach over the top. See how I didn't go my arm didn't go straight up and over to the side, okay? I just want us to go up like a shoulder press and then slightly lean one way. Arm up, lean. Arm up, lean. Arm up, lean. Arm up, lean. Once again, using that chair as much as we possibly can just to keep us nice and upright. Lean, arm up, 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 lean. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Good. See how kind of when I started to lose my balance, I just threw my foot onto the ground? Feel free to always do that, okay? It's just kind of that, I've had that little reference point to keep us back into the center, and then we can always just jump right back into it, okay? Let's go back into the chairs, okay? Get to challenge the brain a little bit here, okay? Remember when we were moving our legs and kind of moving our arms a little bit? We're gonna do the kind of the same thing, but these are gonna be just a little bit harder, okay? So instead of moving up and down with our legs, we're gonna go side to side, okay? And not side to side, we're gonna go around in a circle. Sorry about that. All right, so we're gonna go leg out, and we're gonna go into a circle. While we're doing that, we're gonna go into a really big, so our arms are gonna march, okay? See how my arms start wanting to try to make circles? They want to stay in rhythm with our legs, okay? Try to disconnect that and have our leg move by itself and our arms do exact something different, okay? 3, 2, 1, and 1. Good. All right. That was meant to be tough. All right. Now the next one, gonna come up, gonna do one more circle on this leg. So kicking up, going into a circle. It doesn't matter which way it's going. And we're gonna go cross body. Okay? Cross body. Cross body. Okay? Standing up with really good posture, keeping that circle nice and easy. Okay? You'll see that my circle definitely doesn't turn into a circle sometimes. A lot of times it's just an oval, or I end up just staying up at the top or at the side. Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And relax. All right. So now with this last one, we're just going to do some push-outs and we're going to kick up, okay? So our legs are going to be moving a little bit more than just doing that circle. We're going to go kick, push, doing opposites, kick, push. Just realized with this camera angle, my hand looks monstrous compared to my head, and my feet are just enormous. That's my own fault. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1. Great job. All right. So now let's just stretch out a little bit. So we're going to grab onto one of our knees. We're going to pull it up into our chest. So we're going to go with those ankle circles one more time. Okay? Trying our best to just relax here. Finding our center. Or some people like to say, finding my mountain. And then we're going to flip over to the other way with that ankle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Grabbing onto that other leg. Grabbing it, bringing it nice and high. Knee doesn't have to go way up and foot doesn't have to go way up, but we'll just hold it right into our chest and we'll go ankle circles. If this ends up feeling uncomfortable for our hip, just have our leg go out and go with our normal ankle circles, but helping out our hip, grabbing onto that knee and bringing it right back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, let's stretch out those shoulders a little bit. Gonna go across our body, grabbing onto that elbow, giving us a nice hug, giving ourselves some pats on the back. We made it through, okay? Now let's go with some jazz fingers, helping out our nervous system and getting a little bit more blood flow to those fingertips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, Open up those shoulders nice and wide. Hold for a couple seconds.